You can watch us live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27 or at SeemsGoodMagic.com at the bottom of the main screen. Our live stream times are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you'd like to know whenever we upload new content or when we're live streaming, follow us on Twitter at SeemsGoodMagic. Thanks and enjoy the video. Hey, Alex Stevenson here with another 8-4 Gatecrash draft. And what have we got? We've got some good choices here. It looks like it's probably going to be between Croconura, Boros Charm, and that's about it. Croconura because there's really not too much of a Simic signal in here beyond the Swimmer and possibly the Sprite. Charm is the best card, but I'm passing two very solid Boros cards. I think I'm still taking the Boros Charm just because the overall power level of it is so high. Plus you can splash for it in Orzhov, and there's actually like 0 Orzhov cards in here, so I'm not going to be passing that signal at all. So I think we're going to go with the Boros Charm over the Croconura. And hopefully we'll Warmine Infantry, but not likely. I don't think we're wheeling anything we want, really. Okay, follow-up pick. Best card in the pack is probably the Balustrade Spy or the Cartel Aristocrat. Aristocrat's really good in the Boros Orzhov deck because you can draft these active treasons, steal their creature, attack with it, sack it. It's kind of cool. I think Balustrade Spy is probably just good enough to pick here. I just love this card. Aristocrat is a decent bear. Having a sack outlet can be nice. It is also a 2-drop. I think I'm just going to go with the Spy. Okay, so now I think we're just going to slam the Screecher. What else is good in here? Roscara, Mind Grind's cool. Basilica Guards. But Screecher is probably my favorite Orzhov common. I like it actually more than Kingpin's pet now, especially first pick, because you can be. This is probably like the best Dimir creature that exists. And if you first pick Kingpin's pet over this, then you really kind of narrow your deck a little bit more. You have to play the white to make it work, whereas this just works in straight Dimir. So we'll take the Screecher pretty happily. Okay. So, fourth pick Halberdier's not bad. A little bit awkward on the mana base, but probably okay. There's also Hands of Binding, which is Cipher and Extort. It's very good together. It's also Aetherize, which is okay. I think we try and make the Halberdier work. So this deck already looks like it's going to need some fixing, but this is probably my favorite 3-color combination. Okay, we can go Death Cult Rogue. We can go Pit Fight. I think we take the Pit Fight. It already works well with the Spy. Could potentially get some more creatures that it works well with. There's also Armored Transport, Syndicate Enforcer. Both okay. Pit Fight's definitely the best card. Okay, so now it's Death's Approach, Thrall Parasite, and I think that's it that we want. So I think we'll go Thrall Parasite. Get some more Extort. Okay, now it's Beckon Apparition, Night Watch, Court Street maybe, or Dimir Guildgate, possibly but not likely. Let's just go with the Night Watch. It's a fine card. Alright, now we can take the Orzhov Charm pretty comfortably. What is that, a 8th pick? 8th pick Orzhov Charm is actually, I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life. It's pretty rare that that happens. I'm happy about it. That's just very strange. Nothing super useful for us here. I'm trying to think of any potential upsides to playing Gruul Guildgate. Maybe a splash if I find one. Somehow make this 4-color. Alright, sweet. Table the Aristocrat. I would say Orzhov's open. I mean, I don't know how else, what other sign you can get that's true. Dutiful Thrall's excellent, alongside Battalion Creatures, stuff like that. Excellent blocker, gets you to your late game. Wow, it's a very late Urban Evolution. We'll just take it. Not planning on playing it. Get the rare land. Probably not playing that, but, you know, it is, I guess, a form of slow fixing. You know, Shadow Alley Denizen's actually, possibly playable in here, depending on how many black creatures we end up with, but I kind of like Shadow Alley Denizen alongside Extort. It starts to make sense. Alright, I guess we can take Blind Obedience. You know, I don't think it's amazing in here, but it is an infinite Extort engine, and we're not really passing too much. The Shadow Slice would be fine in here with our Extort, but I like the Blind Obedience quite a bit as the first pick here. I'm certainly okay with it. I think it's worth a little bit too. Alright, now we're just going to slam the Grizzly Spectacle pretty happily. There's also Gift, but I want Spectacle. Gift is very swingy and good, but Spectacle takes care of it. It's going to help feed Death's Approaches we may or may not get. Ember Beast would be fine in this deck as well. And Gift, like I said, would be very good, but we're going to take the Grizzly Spectacle. Wow. Options. So Merciless Eviction or a second Grizzly Spectacle. I think I'm actually going to take the Spectacle over the Merciless Eviction. Eviction has more potential value, but Spectacle is going to just open us up for some more damage output, some better damage output, a little more deck consistency. Just a little more choice. I think the choice is what really makes it. Alright, sweet. So we're going to slam a Syndic here. Still a fairly light red splash. We don't necessarily need to splash the Wojak Halberdiers, but if we get some fixing for it, I'd like to make it happen. Wow, second Orzhov Charm. Well, we're going to slam that pretty happily. Okay. So now we can do Death's Approach, which I think we want with the double Spectacle and the Balustrade Spy and the Charms. Yeah. Martial Glory would be fine. Smite would be fine, but I like the Death's Approach the most here. This looks like a deck that can make that work. Alright, so Syndicate Enforcer versus Basilica Guards. It's a reasonable question. I think we're going to take the Guards over the Enforcer. I just like the Guards more, I think. We're not necessarily a beatdown deck. We have plenty of removal. Would like to get as much Extort as possible. Alright. Prophetic Prism versus Devour Flesh. I think we want the fixing. It also works well with Extort. There's also Guildgate, which would work in here. But I guess we're only on pack 2 and we're close to enough playables for this deck. So perhaps we don't need the Prism. Devour Flesh is a sweet removal spell. Like, not an amazing one, but it's good alongside Extort. It's good against their first creature. It's a tough one. I took the Flesh over the Prism. It was a tough choice. Alright, definitely going to slam the Shadow Slice here. We have more than enough Extort. And we've got a couple evasive guys at it. It's going to work really well with. Could possibly pick up another one in pack 3. I guess we'll take the Slate Street. We're a tad bit light on creatures. Prefer to not have to play it, but we'll see. Can't really play any of those. Beckon versus a second Night Watch. I think I actually like Night Watch more. It's a creature, counts as a creature, and it's a, I don't know. Night Watch is a good spell. It's easy to underrate it. Okay, so this is a good pack for us. We've got Screecher, white, and I guess Confessor to a certain extent, but it's going to be the Screecher or the white. So how much removal do we already have? Death's Approach, Charm, that's not really removal. Flesh, Orzhov Charms, Pit Fight. I guess Pit Fight's not looking that great in here, is it? It'd look better alongside the white, but at the same time I do want to up my both evasive creature count and my extort count. But sometimes white can just be dirty alongside Grizzly Spectacle. I think there's enough upside to white here where it's going to be like a finisher for us. I don't like passing the Screecher because, like I said, it's probably one of my favorite. It's got to be one of my favorite extort creatures that I can think of. But white is just can get so big in this deck with the Grizzly Spectacles and the Spy. Yep, gotta go white. I don't know why I said it disappointed. It's a good card for our deck. Alright, happily taking the Vizkopa Guildmage. I like that card quite a bit. It's another bear as well. Wow, Alms Beast, Kingpin's Pet, all the good stuff. I guess we'll take the Alms Beast. There's enough upside to that with all our removal. It's another finisher. I really would like the Kingpin's Pet too, with the Shadow Slice especially, but Alms Beast is very good. Wow, just back-to-back Alms Beast. It's also Undercity Informer, which I would happily take. Works really well with the white. But I can't pass multiple Alms Beasts. That's a little too beefy. Jeez, look at these picks we're getting. Screecher, Spy, Spectacle. I think we're just taking the third Spectacle, and at this point we're just out of red. Probably, maybe splashing the Boros Charm, but probably not, I guess. We already have enough playables without it. So this is 23. And it's 14 creatures with the Night Watch. I think we're taking the Spectacle. It's tough, but just having 3 of them is actually a new experience for me. It's far too insane. Alright, we're going to take the second Death's Approach here. Triple Spectacle. We are the removal dot deck. Alright, take the swing here. Alright, we can actually take the Guildgate and possibly make that Boros Charm work. Works very well with Extort. Wow, tabled the Screecher. Happily taken that. This is surprising. I've never gotten so many good playables like this. I actually like Alms Beast alongside the Pit Fight, but I guess the Pit Fight can't work unless I'm playing red too. So I don't know exactly yet what we're doing. I'm gonna have some very good choices at my disposal. You can probably hide the Denizen. I don't really need it, even though it's fine in this deck. Hindervines has been annoying before. We'll hate that. Alright. Maybe we're not playing the Pit Fight either, or the Boros Charm. Like, just between all these cards, we're looking really good. Really strong. All of these cards are good. I'm not even 100% what I'm cutting yet. Yeah, I gotta think about this. Alright, let's put in all our good cards for now. Take a look at what we've got. I think we're dodging the red. Let's just take a look at our Orzhov. Okay, so this is 26 cards. 13 creatures, 15 with the Night Watches. I think we're going to cut one of the Night Watches. Although I do kind of like it in Orzhov. It stalls the board very well. I think I like Shadow Slice with, how many flyers do we, I guess how many evasive guys do we have? We have the 2 Screechers and the Spy. Maybe that's not enough for the Shadow Slice. It works very well with Extort, like I said, but maybe I'd just rather have a good amount of creatures. So much removal. It's hard to know which one I'd want to cut, if any. Certainly not the Grizzly Spectacles. Could cut a Swing or a Devour Flesh. I guess Swing works. It's a little bit worse against or with white, because I have to wait for them to deal damage before I can kill the creature and make them bigger. Whereas I can surprise make white bigger with a Devour Flesh. So maybe we can cut that. Can I get away with 16 lands in here? Yes, I know I'm Extort, but come on, I top out at 5. I've got like infinite 2-drops. This looks like what are my mana sinks? Extort and Vizkopa Guildmage. How many Extort creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Extort. I think we're going to do... I don't think it's greedy to play 16 lands in here. I really don't. We top out at 5. We have 2 spells at 5. The bulk of our deck is 2-drops. So really we only need like, 3 or 4 mana. I mean, we definitely need 4 mana so we can slam our Spectacles. But this looks like a deck that could very easily flood out. And I really don't want to do that. I'd rather just have a grip full of 2-drop removal. Draw into our bombs. We've got good finishers. Let's look at our colors. So we're much more black than white, which is good because we've got the double black spells. Yeah, I think I'm going to run it at 16 lands. I don't think it's greedy. I really don't. Okay. So they say 10-6. I don't know if I like that. Let's do 9-7. Because I want white early too. So I can hit these Orzhov charms and stuff. Got some 2-drops in white. Alright, 9-7 is acceptable. Yeah, this is a strong deck. Definitely has potential to roll people. So let's give her a try.